you for waiting. I finished checking your adventurer handbook. Here are your commission rewards. We have no other urgent commissions on the books at present. Thank you for all your hard work lately. Perhaps you two could consider taking a vacation.
Amazing! Paimon never thought we'd... Things were pretty hectic when we first got here. Everywhere you looked, it was either the wild hunt causing chaos or the Vatuis. It felt like this whole region was one giant slime in a barrel, ready to go.
Yes. Are you two aware?
Oh, yeah! Well, wait. Why do you mention it, though?
You're partially right. Most people in Nasha Town, the festival was first celebrated by the Frost Moon Scions. On this day, they would wear moon prayer blossoms and celebrate the birth of the moon goddess through song and dance. They would also prepare food and handicrafts and give them as gifts to others.
Oh, sounds like fun! Great! Well, in the meantime, when we first got here, you mentioned that this was where your spaceship landed? We didn't get to follow up on it at the time, because we got... Well, there's a saying Paimon's heard around. By that logic, you'll never find what you're looking... Could be worth a try. What's wrong? You look super serious all of a sudden. Huh? Paimon gets why you'd be concerned about Columbina, but what does the doctor have to do with anything? Oh, that's true. It is weird that he hasn't shown himself this whole time. What could he be up to? True. Maybe it's the pressure of being a... But then, that's gotta sting. Losing face always hurts more for people who care a lot about their image. She's probably still... What? Relax! She's not even here!
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Where are we again? Oh, yeah.
Sitting here a rare sight?
No, we just thought you'd be resting.
Perhaps I would have been, were it not for the sudden arrival of some unexpected guests. Not that I consider it a disturbance. After all, you are the only ones who are free to enter. Would it not be a little unfriendly of me to lie down while we speak?
I didn't realize you put so much thought into little things like that.
Only sometimes. There have been moments lately where I think about you and your companions. They are warm, mysterious, and cozy memories. Very few of my past memories are anything like that. They say that travelers return home bearing bags full of souvenirs. But my luggage was empty, and I
returned home?
Yes. This planet continues to if I remain into that, there will come a day that I disintegrate. And I don't mean reduced to dust, or turned into food for the flowers. I mean...
Alright then. Well, we're sure gonna miss you. But it sounds like we'll have to say goodbye.
How do you intend to return?
The moon prayer night is soon to arrive. On that day, the moon will be closest to Devat. The Kuvaki in this land will reach its peak at that time. I merely...
Oh, Paimon gets it!
You make it sound like she's gonna get blasted up to the moon.
If I did that, I suspect I would crash into the false sky. I will be using a much gentler approach. But I do like the analogy. It's fun.
You see? She gets Paimon's sense of humor.
In the blink of an eye, the time has come to part ways.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? Time seems to fly fastest when you are enjoying it. I have always thought of myself as a wanderer on this earth, and it has never expressed any desire to keep me here. Yet, just as I plan to depart, it tugs at my arm. Is this a gesture of affection? Or is the world mocking me?
Oh, were you hoping I can answer that?
Yes, you are a traveler, so you must have a lot of experience in this area.
Then, what I would say is, enjoy the moment.
That's right! Don't overthink it! Happiness is happiness and joy is joy!
I see. Then what I would say is...
I can't tell from the tone of your voice.
Oh, really? You... don't think I sound happy?
I'm just kidding. I could tell you were in a good mood today from the moment we saw you.
A joke. Albeit not a funny one. Anyway, I assume you're here about you-know-what. Give me your hand.
Actually, it's not that. There's...
Oh. Then, do you still want to give me your hand? Or not?
Sure. Thank you. So, I've heard that in the Moon Prayer Nights of the past, people here would hold celebrations in the Moon Goddess's honor. Since you helped so much in our fight against the Rehir of Solnari, I think you deserve a farewell party before you return home. I haven't asked everyone else for their opinions on this yet, but I'd like to invite you to join the upcoming Moon Prayer Night.
I've never joined a moon prayer night before. I'm not sure what I would even do.
Oh, don't worry about that! We take care of everything! All you need to do is show up. Of course, there's no need to force it if you're not feeling strong enough. It's just, this kind of felt like a golden opportunity.
But... they call me Kutar, and the Fatui have an arrest warrant out for me. I shouldn't appear in public right now.
I'll make it work. You have my word.
Yeah, we got your back. Well, he does.
All right, if you're sure. I will not refuse your invitation. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to pack a few more sights from this world into my suitcase before finally learning what my homeland looks like. Oh, if you see Lauma, please tell her that my answer to the... Rather, it is... there is no need.
That was kind of cryptic, but sure.
And also, I do not know.
Since she's agreed to join the festival, let's go see who else wants to take part. Lauma's gotta be the person most familiar with the Moon Prayer Night. We should start with her. Also...
Beats me. I had a bit too much to drink last night, and when I woke up, I was on Hisi Island.
Mr. Varka is helping to oversee Nasha Town's preparations for Moon Prayer Night. He is here to go over some details regarding the decorations and custom cloth designs.
Right, yeah, that too.
What do you mean, that too?
Yes, celebrating this festival is a long-held tradition here in Nodcry. On this day, the crescent moon at the top branches of the verdant crest turns into a full moon, and the moon prayer blossoms bloom with a special radiance.
It's an especially welcome event coming off the back of all that nasty business with Rare. Everyone got put through the ringer recently, and now they're looking. The big shots in town all agree that a big, lively celebration is just what we need to rebuild people's faith in this place.
No wonder Catherine said that people weren't so bothered about the religious element.
That's right. It's become more of a local custom. Even the Frost Moon Scions are eagerly awaiting the coming of Moon Prayer Night, despite now knowing that they're—
That's fair. It's a bit like the lantern ride in Liyue. It's a chance for people to enjoy themselves, not debate the existence of the Adepti. Oh, one other thing! We just went to see Columbina. We went ahead and invited her to take part in the festival this time. Hope it's okay.
Wait, so... you mean she agreed to it? Huh. That's quite a surprise.
Then I suppose that she intends to return to the moon on that day.
Oh, yeah! It's kind of a complicated process, but basically, it's like a slingshot.
I understand. In truth, I had a feeling that she might make such a decision. Well, if Kuthar has decided to participate in the festival, we should prepare accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. She was saying how it could be risky for her to show her face in public. We were wondering if there was any way we could...
Unfortunately, the people who carved the statues did an excellent—
Darn! We may have bitten off more than...
Nah, don't sweat the small stuff.
Huh? Are you saying you have a plan?
Not as such, no, but the most important thing with a festival is to keep the mood light and your spirits up. You can't go preparing for a festival with those long faces. You'll never convince anyone to enjoy themselves.
The Mondstatter spirit is strong with this one.
As it happens, I agree with Mr. Varka. Let's start by making our appreciation for Kuthar the beating heart of the festive atmosphere. And who knows, once we get the ball rolling, perhaps everything will just fall into—
Hey! Did you catch that? Llama said the thing...
I'm looking forward to the Moon Prayer Night already. We have a festival in Mondstadt called Windbloom, and you can always tell which couples are celebrating it for their first time by the smiles on their faces. Big, beaming smiles like their whole face is glowing. And I have a feeling we'll get to see that same smile on the Moon Goddess's face at this festival.
Not quite the same, sure.
Anyway, I'll take care of business in the city, but I'll have to leave the decor up to you and the Frost Moon Scions. No one else can capture that traditional aesthetic quite like you guys. But lastly, there's the final key element that brings the festival to life. Companionship.
Before you leave, let me show you something that we've been prepared. Also, I have some further questions about Kuthar's decision.
like they're having fun.
I believe so. Kuhenki seem very skilled at playing drums like these, although I'm not sure where they learned it from.
Maybe it's an innate talent? In their eyes, they're probably just playing with toys.
Wanatar! You want to play too?
Yeah. She looks more confused than anything.
Maybe we can teach her next time if we get the chance. What are these floaty things?
Moon veils. We hang them from buildings in the city during the festival.
Everyone seems hard at work.
They're preparing items for Moon Prayer Night. For instance, the sculpture being made over here. Mr. Varka and I were just finalizing the details.
Ah, there she is. I didn't know the finished article would be so large. Not to worry, though. All the necessary arrangements have been made. Just let me know once it's ready, and I'll get some people to ship it over.
You have my thanks. And over here, we are preparing a very traditional confection.
Oh, look at all these colors! It looks great! Can Paimon try one?
Of course. I have a feeling.
You bet! Sweets and treats are Paimon's favorite!
If you included those in the Feast of the Moon, I bet Paimon would have joined the Frost Moon Scions by now.
There will also be verdant crests like this present. The timing of Moon Prayer Night is not completely set in advance. As such, the wait itself is a fun feature of this particular festival. Let's talk here. To tell the truth, I am very surprised to hear that Kutar is willing to participate in the festival. I once asked her if she'd be willing to stay with the Frost Moon Scions. I could introduce her to everyone, and we could be a family to one another. She did not answer, but she has not appeared here since. I took this to mean her answer was no, but if that were the case, she would not have accepted this invitation. I see. Maybe she is right. Maybe the Frost Moon Scions of today no longer need a moon. But my wish was not for her to come here and be worshipped as a deity. I'm sure she believes that showing herself here might invite Fatui intervention. But what really pains me about all this is that...
I think I'm qualified to weigh in here. When someone's about to depart on a long trip, what they need is blessings, not burdens. Anyway, she's agreed to attend, hasn't she? All we need to do is simply respect her decision.
I see your point. Yes, she will soon depart after all.
Our job is to leave her with some happy memories. Besides, who's to say her journey to the moon is a one-way trip? It's not like she can't come back and visit if she wants, right?
Paimon agrees wholeheartedly. Festivals are all about having fun, so...
All right, I'm gonna head back to Nausea Town soon. Wanna come with? I'm guessing you have some other folks to visit there.
Sure thing, let's go! Bye for now, Wilma!
Thank you all. Goodbye.
Huh? Hey, over there! It's Duran and Albedo with flints! What could they...
Your guess is as good as mine.
Ah, Grand Master, and the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello there. It's been a while.
Perfect. We have some new volunteers for our investigation.
Wait, let me guess. The righteous Lightkeepers are finally ready to hunt down the Abyssal Dragon?
Yes, that too.
Yeah, right! Oh, wait!
Well, to be precise, the facts match, but not...
Wait, so I guessed right?
Half right! Don't act so impressed with yourself.
Maybe I can explain. We ran into Mr. Flint's north of Nosha Town. At that time, we just noticed a few abyssal creatures out in the wild, but the strange thing was, I didn't detect any traces of abyssal energy on them at all. On closer inspection, we realized that they were not real monsters, but something akin to reflections in the water, or...
Huh? What do you mean?
Exactly. It was very peculiar. They roared and tried to attack us.
I think I've heard of things like that happening in Notcry before, but...
Yes, it's a known phenomenon. Mirage-like illusions tend to appear in Notcry in the run-up. From a distance, they appear quite real. I myself thought that Misters Duran and Albedo were locked in battle with abyssal monsters when I first arrived.
But after sharing intel and investigating a little further, we can confirm that these illusions are harmless. There is no great cause for concern.
All the Mirage stories I've heard are either animals, rocks, or small houses. Abyssal monsters, though? That's a first.
It's a first for me, too. So I'm planning...
What about you two? Any plans?
Alice contacted me a few days ago. She'd like me and Duran to assist her with but we lost contact shortly after receiving the message. I'm sure we don't know when the wind will blow, yet when the wind blows, we will know. That, in a nutshell, describes how Alice operates.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. Well, I suggest we investigate this Mirage business in the meantime. It's piqued my curiosity, and I'm pretty sure I know someone who will already be 10 steps ahead of us.
Well said.
Right? Whatever's happening in Notcry, she always seems to be the first one to know. Let's go see what she knows. We can invite her and her staff to the festival while we're at it.
You're right, I have noticed. There's certainly something a little fishy about this situation. Records indicate that this phenomenon can occur in the days before and following Moon Prayer Night. The odds of encountering these phantoms are similar to looking up in the night sky, happening to see a shooting star, but this time, either everyone's getting lucky, or they're appearing far more frequently than usual. Yehoda's out gathering intel as we speak. In the meantime, let me first, the Abyss.
The ones we saw seem to be abyssal monsters.
Indeed. But we have identified one location where many more of them have made an appearance. And not just given the scale and nature of the phantoms, it's almost as if someone's last memories are...
Oh!
So you mean the phantom monster...
Exactly. The phantoms can interact with each other, but in addition, some of the human phantoms would seem to be... They claim to be from Hyperborea, a name which I've heard from Lauma before. If this is true, it means they must be from 6,000 years ago.
Did Paimon hear that right? 6,000?
It sounds like this merits further exploration.
That'd be a big help. I'll leave it with you, Albedo. My knowledge of ancient history is non-existent. I used to doze off every time the pre-Knights of Favonius era came up in class.
It's quite a miracle that you were able to understand these phantoms' speech.
I suppose you're right. But I'll leave the archaeologists to ruminate over that conundrum, which, in this case, hopefully means earning myself some good favor with our dear Lady Moonchanter.
So calculating. Whew, this intel broker logic always catches Paimon by surprise.
Sounds to me like we could split the work up.
I think the abyssal phenomenon is best left to Albedo, Flints, and me.
Agreed. It coincides with my duty as a lightkeeper.
For my part, I'd like to understand the abyss better.
This is certainly a rare opportunity to study the abyss. But even rarer, perhaps, is the chance to make contact with the ancient.
The Curatorium will take the lead on investigating the Hyperboreans. We put in the work to learn what we know so far. It seems only fair that we get some quantity of exclusive intel.
That just leaves our trusty team of 2 unassigned. Since you became an honorary knight, of course. This was part of my grand plan all along.
Oh yeah! By the way, we managed to convince Columbina to come to the Moon Prayer Night celebrations. Would you and Yehoda like to join too?
She agreed to that? Huh. Quite an achievement. Never underestimate the traveler, I guess. I'd be happy to join. No point shutting myself inside when the streets are all decked out. I doubt any clients will be visiting during the festival in any case. And Yehoda loves a party, so I'm sure she'll jump at the opportunity.
No! 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 No!
Way to contradict me in front of...
Wait! No, that's... so many people. Alright, everyone inside! Quick! This is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. I saw one of those phantoms at Star Sand Shoal. Like, a spaceship? That's gotta be the one you came to Tibet in! You said you saw the same thing through the moon marrow, right? Huh? You already know about it? Ugh, I thought I was gonna... wait. Back up. You came here in a spaceship? Now my mind is blown! Yep, exactly. Huge discovery. You're the best. Second best intel broker in the world. After your boss, of course. Wow. Really?
I guess that decides where we're heading next. Come on, don't look at me like that. I know the spaceship doesn't have anything to do with me, but you don't want to leave me as the only one twiddling my thumbs, do you?
Fair enough.
In that case, let's meet back here to discuss our findings once we're done.
I wish everyone a productive investigation.
You too. What's up, boss?
Tell me, Yehoda, when did the Curatorium start giving out intel for free?
Sorry, boss.
We can't unshare information any more than water spilled.
Please, boss. There's gotta be another way. Yehoda was right on the money. This phantom, but that's so weird. Why would it show up here? Is it some kind of projection? Or a ghost? Like, maybe it no longer exists.
Ah, you're already here.
Miss Lauma, what a surprise. I thought you were busy with festival preparations.
I was, until one of our people informed me that a strange sight had appeared at Star Sand Shoal. No one's ever seen something quite like this before.
Same here. Oh, so we heard that these things appear around the festival period.
Unfortunately not. We have very limited information about them, since they can't be interrupted. The most we've been able to deduce is that these sightings appear to be connected.
Yeah, seems like that's all we can do.
Allow me to lend you a hand. Everyone, our friend here should...
Is that a phantom right?
I've heard about how the Frost Moon Scions live in harmony with the animals and can even communicate with them.
Okay. Yes, I understand.
Oh, it's leaving.
It appears to share our curiosity about this giant spaceship, so I asked it if it wouldn't mind investigating along with some friends. In return, I told it about some nearby spot. We may live in a different era from these phantoms, but I trust that the terrain, climate, and ecology here are more resistant to the effect. Let's give them a moment.
All back together? Must have been a lot of fruit.
Indeed. Now let me ask them some questions. It did find a lot of wild fruit, and this puffin circled in the air several times.
Huh. Well,
Indeed. Other than that, I was also thinking that...
Oh, I get what you mean. The wild fruit exist in both times and spaces, but there might also be things that only exist in that space-time, which we can't see.
good point.
Blunthorn rhinos can use kuvaki to shift great rocks. But this one says it couldn't get that ship to budge. The sniffer mole tried too, but despite being a skilled, they say that the spaceship looks robust and undamaged.
So, just like us.
Yes, still, we are grateful for all your efforts, dear friend.
I've noticed some other human phantoms gathered nearby. Come on, let's go talk to them.
Those illusions and those people. It's all a little creepy, don't you think?
Nah, all part of the festive atmosphere.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Nope. Never seen or heard any.
What is this thing? I've never seen it move.
Goodness knows. My grandpa says it's been sitting here at least since.
What about his grandpa? Did he?
Huh? I don't know. In all likely.
Guess that means that as far as they're concerned...
Come on, brothers. If we can get even a small chunk off of this thing, it's gotta be worth a fortune.
Yes, brother, I shall join you. Let's...
We should go with...
What the? This thing is crazy tough. I can't even scratch it. What's it made of?
Sorry, brother. Looks like we'll have to seek our fortunes elsewhere.
Enjoying yourself?
I was just seeing if I could influence this phantom's perception by playing. But nope, no dice. I'm sure we're all starting to build up an idea of these phantoms are reenacting real historical events and not... It's almost like we're in some kind of interactive stage play.
It makes sense. History is set in stone.
Paimon totally thought you were just goofing around earlier.
Of course I was. Anyway, at this point, I think we're forced to... Don't be discouraged. If nothing else, this is... And think about it. So many people tried to hack their way inside, but no one could get the door to me. That says that we'll either find the ship itself or the story behind it.
Huh. Every now and then, when Varka...
I wonder how the others are doing. Let's head...
Sounds good. Also, drinks are on me if Team Knights of Favonius is...
Wait! We have a team name now?
Am I in Team Knights of Favonius as well?
You're very welcome to join. We've even got a cathedral ready for you.
Isn't that technically blasphemy? You wouldn't dare make a joke like that if Barbados was in earshot.
Nah, I'm sure Barbados doesn't mind a little harmless blasphemy once in a while.
Oh, no! Get away! Oh.
I know it's hard to stomach, Mr. Duran. But as I'm sure you've noticed, there is nothing we can do to intervene in that.
But we have...
And try you have. But are you aware of how many unsuccessful attempts you've...
I wasn't keeping count.
I'm afraid this is the 39th failure so far. Or the 5th if we're only counting this. There are no indications that these phantoms may be altered in any way.
You seem to have calmed down a little. I'll make us a fire. You should rest and have some water. Feeling any better now, Mr.
May I ask...
Be my guest.
What exactly are we witnessing here?
My guess would be that we are seeing Nodcry during the Conrian Cataclysm.
Conria.
That is correct. As you know, once the Abyss senses even the tiniest crack, it floods in and spreads like wildfire. There was a time in the distant past when it permeated all of Nodcry, causing immeasurable harm. Then 500 years ago, the whole of Tevat suffered an abyssal disaster. Once more,
I see.
In the face of the abyssal onslaught, all were like grains of sand tossed around by a tidal wave, be they human, fae, or god. The moment you witnessed is but one drop in a whole...
All right. I guess that answers my second question, too. I wanted to know why there's nothing...
That would be my guess as well.
As I understand it, history and fate are not all that dissimilar.
Yes. Fate was to...
I still have a couple of other... You mentioned more than one abyssal disaster that has struck this land in the past. And also, how are you able to stay so calm when you're talking about these events? From everything I know about you, you're not cold or ruthless, and you're not indifferent to the suffering of others.
Alas, I am forced to show my age. I must be 600 or 700 years old by human measure.
Wait, so you...
One is not easily moved by history when one has witnessed the truth firsthand.
I'm sorry.
You needn't apologize. Your passion is a good thing to have. Treasure it. Now, at the risk of offending you, I have a question. Your curiosity toward the Abyss, is it born from hatred or because you sense its call? I only ask because I kept a fragment of Arir's body in my lantern for a short time. Specifically, his heart. So I know what a burden it can be to carry the Abyss with you. and I hear its power growling from somewhere within you. In my eyes, your mere existence is a miracle.
My honest answer is... I don't know. Even before I became who I am today, the question dogged me constantly. My doubts remain unresolved. But sometimes it is the darkness within us that allows us to achieve.
I certainly got the sense from your 39 attempts that you were... It sounds like you've resolved to see the truth for yourself.
Absolutely. In that sense, he and I are quite similar.
Then I wish you every success. Well, if everyone's caught their breath, I suppose we should head back. Oh.
Incredibly, our separate investigations led us all to the same conclusion.
Yeah, but we barely learned anything, though. I totally thought this would be the mother lode. And all this stuff about moons and hyperopia. What a load.
I understand your frustration. There isn't much value to be found in these miscellaneous fragments of a civilization's history.
If there's a silver lining, it's that these phantoms are harmless to the present reality.
Paimon agrees. And not just because...
You look disappointed, Nef.
What do you think? We all worked our tails off.
Well, please do share the Hyperborean records with me. I will gladly inscribe them in our people's documents.
Oh, duh! Yeah! That was it! Hyperborea!
I'm serious. Only an expert in the Frost Moon Scions and their history can turn these records into valuable research material. The alternative is to let them gather dust on the Curatorium's storage shelves until the pages turn yellow. Nefer, you're wise enough to know that cooperating and sharing the profits is...
Well, that goes without saying. Sure, let's do that.
Huh? But didn't you say we aren't supposed to give out intel for free?
Now is not a good time to push Nef.
Anyway, back to Moon Prayer Night.
You mean a parting gift?
Can't go wrong with food. Although, does food go bad on the moon?
Perhaps a lantern would be a better choice. It might be dark up there.
It could prove difficult to light a lantern on the moon. Magical stones might serve that purpose better.
What about a clockwork mecha model from Fontaine?
None of these sound like things she would be even remotely interested in. But we don't interact with her enough to...
Yeah. It would really save us the guesswork if someone could find out what she's into.
Wait, what the... Traveler? They're all looking at you.
Great! Haha, problem solved. Now...
Then let's leave it there for now. We all have our own business to attend to. Traveler, if you find out what Kutar likes, let us know right away.
Is something the matter? I'm fine. It's just... But it's okay. This is something I have to...
Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you ever...
Come on! Stop treating me like a kid.
Which is why we need a lantern guaranteed to work on the moon.
Yes, I have a few ideas, but the lantern itself is the easy part.
Wait, you two are serious?
Let's just say I'm intrigued by these shining magical stones that Mr. Albedo has mentioned.
Could you do me a solid and try to smooth things over with Boss Neff?
Kuhenki here last time too? Walkies? Oh well, looks like there's still a few days until Moon Prayer Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, she needs time to rest anyway. Kalamina! How strange, right? It sounds like her. What about Luonatar? Luonatar? Hey! Do you know? Sorry, didn't understand. But yeah, that's even stranger. What about him? Oh, they change color when Columbina gets weaker, right? And they look good idea. She might know what's happening. Lalma!
Ah, it's you. How is Kutar? No, she hasn't. I came here to check on her after I noticed that based on past precedent, she must be very weak right now.
Not to mention that she doesn't do that at the best of times either. So yeah, this is
No. Very few people are in the know. Come on. Let's go to—
Makes sense. Let's go. Moment. Is it just Paimon, or is this stall kind of suspicious?
No, I don't recognize it.
Alas, your free and easy adventure time is over.
Whoa! Where'd that voice come from?
Not sure, but—
No, not that way. The final boss is right.
The sniffer mole?
That's the final boss?
Okay, but it seems I've managed to leave quite an indelible impression, even though you've never seen my face. Nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself.
What is going on?
I've heard that all the big shots in Teyvat have long, wordy titles that stun people speechless when they make their entrance. Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with the Hexenzirkel, and we ourselves keep a very low profile. The notorious name drop, so that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway.
Alice? It's really you this time? Not a lantern or a Dodoko, but Alice in the flesh?
Oh, that's right. So, what do you think? How does it feel to finally meet me?
You look like...
Oh, that's the first thing you thought. A little surprising, but that actually makes me very happy. Because that means that when Klee grows up, she'll be just as stunningly beautiful as her mother.
So she's a friend of yours?
Kind of. This is actually the first time we've seen her in person.
I see. Madam Mage, that was, quite a powerful entrance.
It's okay, Lalma, don't force it. Paimon will do the honors. This is Alice from the Hexenzirkel. She's a friend of ours. And of Arcus, too. That's right. She's a good person, just kinda unpredictable.
Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable? If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines?
I am Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good, 15 minutes getting up to speed on Nodcry's present situation. In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part, so we can skip the pleasantries.
Fair enough. Well, Miss Alice, I can already tell that you have quite a unique personality.
He'll get used to it. Paimon sure is. So anyway, what are you doing in Nodcry, Alice?
Oh, I thought I told you already. This time, I'm the final boss. And what a formidable foe I shall be. Powerful, confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed. Oh, drat! My one weakness, and you found it in an instant. Fate has been dealt a devastating blow. Thus falls the great
Why are you playing along with this nonsense?
For funsies, of course. What's wrong, Paimon? Are you disappointed in me? Am I a gigantic letdown?
No, it's just... you seem like a busy lady. And this is the one time you've shown up in person.
You're quite right. I'm here in Nodcry because something big happened. It concerns the 3 moons, Tevat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess you are currently searching for. Kind of. Why don't we discuss this over a pot of tea? My main reason for coming on this trip to Tevat was, of course, to have some fun. But I do technically have a job to do as well, namely, maintaining the stability of Tevat's borders. I'll skip over the complicated parts, but to sum it up, abyssal energies are all that lie beyond Tevat's border. We'd find ourselves in a real pickle if they ever made it through. And the phantoms you've been seeing are a sign that the border has been disturbed.
No wonder they tend to show up around
Is it because the real moon is now so close to us that it's...
In part, but only a negligible amount passes through. Just enough to influence the verdant crests and so on. And as you've noticed, there has been an unprecedented number of phantom, the trilunar syzygy.
A trilunar?
Eons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Tevat, it was the then 3 moon goddesses who controlled the laws of this world. Oh, that's exactly it! The 3 goddesses split these powers amongst themselves, promising never to consolidate them into one singular body. But, fast-forwarding to the present, the eternal moon's marrow is with you, while the iridescent moon's marrow, which should never have appeared in this world, has been retrieved. Add that to the presence of a moon goddess in the power of all 3 moons is gathered here in Nodcry. There hasn't been an event like this since the War of Funerary Flame, and it's having a noticeable effect on Tevat's borders. Because I wish to give my darling daughter a peaceful, sunny environment to grow up in. Is that a good enough reason?
Kinda sounds like you're dodging the question.
Well, that's one reason anyway, and the most important one. The others are a little complicated to explain. For instance, cleaning up after dearest Miss Albedo could tell you more about that if you're curious. But right now, I have a more important question to ask you. Why are you collecting the moon marrows? I see. Nicole told me about that legend once.
Nicole? You mean Mage Anne?
Oh, so you remember. Yes, of course. That was a story about fate, her area of expertise. But back to the story of our dear moon goddess. I'm afraid her...
What does that mean?
She may be missing, but she hasn't gone anywhere.
My body is so heavy. No, it's my mind that's heavy. My arms and what's happening to me? I feel... I think I'll go for... Are you out for a walk too? The day has come at last. Have I grown so weak that... But Moon Prayer Night is nearly here. Death is near. Will I return to the moon after I disappear? So far, at least, I still exist. But as my power wanes, I suppose...
Wait for me!
The Frost Moon Enclave. How much it has changed since I was born.
These decorations, they're so...
It's times like this when you kind of wish men could be priestesses and acolytes.
How fascinating. I've never had the chance to be privy to people's private... In the past, people would get so solemn and serious the moment I showed my face.
Karina, Lametti, it's time to eat.
Coming!
So just fill these balloons with air, right?
Yep. Try a couple now to test things out.
Think fast.
Breda!
Teasing an acolyte of the Frost Moon Scions? Surely that's a punishable offense.
Take this!
Huh?
Alright, enough horsing around. Lady Lauma gave us a task.
The task is just to check that the balloons don't leak, right? Doesn't matter if we fill them with air.
Okay, you got me there.
We won't use all of them. And as long as Lady Lauma's trusted acolyte doesn't...
Oh, you menace. Then, think fast!
Is pumping a balloon full of water really so much fun?
I'm sure you're both tired from playing all day. Come on, eat up.
A plain, humble meal.
Huh? How come Lametti got a midsummer berry dessert? Oh, I always get lockaberry.
I don't mind sharing. You can have a bite of mine if I get to have a bite of yours.
I've never shared food with anyone before. And when I couldn't finish my food offerings from the Frost Moon Scions, they'd leave the leftovers out under the moonlight for the animals to claim.
Oh, you too. Oh, don't fret now. Here, have some of Granny's too.
So this is what it means to be family. I'm seeing so much that I'd never usually get to see. They'd never act like this when I was around. It's nice, being able to just watch people in peace in these final moments. What a rare opportunity. I think I'll go take a look around Nasha Town, too. Maybe the Traveler will be there.
After the War of Funerary Flame, the moon goddesses were no longer recognized by Teyvat. They lost the whole foundation for their existence. That's why the moon goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her. To be more pedantic about it, the moon goddesses did something to offend the heavenly principles, and that's why they were ousted. Something of a recurring theme in Teyvat's history. Theoretically, speaking so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do. I'll say whatever I want. Anywho, the Moon Marrow energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and that battle against the Ray Hair of Solnari only weakened her further. Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night when the
What do you mean, fortunately? You said—
Oh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. I guess I have some more explaining to do. Now, I said earlier that the moon goddesses lost the foundation for their existence. The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Teyvat. The same logic applies to the present moon goddess too. Consider her existence and she was worshipped as Kutar by the Frost Moon Scions. But these connections have now been—
So, the rationale that once sustained her
Wait! We did that to her?
Oh, well, strictly speaking, yes. But let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as the big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final boss I want to be. Of course I do. I'm only the greatest mage in the whole entire world. Now, if you wish to find your moon goddess, there are two problems we need to solve. Firstly, we'll need to strengthen the connection between her and Teyvat, at least enough to sustain her until moon—
Strengthen her connection. But—
I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any help to her now. Do you know her name?
Her name?
Oh, yes. Names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that anchors. Then your first job is to find it. As neither Columbina nor Kutar is her true name.
So, finding out her—
Yes, I know it sounds like a small step. But every journey— The second problem is with her plan to use the moon marrows to return to the moon. Unfortunately, given her current condition, she won't be able to provide anywhere near it, but no need to fret. Nicole's the expert.
Wait, Mage N is... That means we've got 2 Hexacircle mages on the...
Actually, this is more of a... Like you said, I'm a busy lady, so I can't stay for too long. I'll have to return to Tibet's border soon. That's the upside you get for looking out for... Anyway, jokes aside, you'd better get moving. It will... Oh, I suppose I might as well tell you. Off you go now. Time to meet your new friend. Oh, yes, and a little suggestion. Don't forget to mind your heads.
What?
I wonder how Durin's doing.
You really are...
I most certainly am. There's so many children I have to keep tabs on, just in Mondstadt. Durin, Albedo, Venti, Varka...
Clay didn't make the list, huh?
Of course not. Clee is my pride and joy. I have no qualms about her.
Yep. Clee's a little angel.
I'm glad you agree. Well, all the best.
She left in a hurry.
Yeah, she didn't pack up her stall. Should we handle it for her?
I must say, I am now very curious about her daughter. Clee, wasn't it? What?
That's a long story. Come on, we'll fill you in as we go.
What a lively place. I've never...
Hey, you old geezer! Your hammer's rusted through! Who are you calling old geezer?
Are they... quarreling?
I'm looking right at him! You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free rein in the workshop. Can you even swing a hammer anymore? You might as well use that hammer to massage my...
Don't run your mouth, or you'll get a back massage that'll put you in bed for the rest of your life.
I'll bet you send all the materials to your little princess. Blood's always thicker than water.
All right, you've made your point, Uncle Koski. As soon as the materials arrive, fixing your chair will be the #1 priority. And Dad, if you've got time to chat, why don't you lend me a hand,
See? Lolka knows what the score is.
I guess they're... friends. Then again, it wouldn't be...
Columbina! Sing outside my door in the middle of the night one more time, and I'll unscrew your vocal cords. You hear me?
Oh, Zandrone. So that was her way of trying to be friends with me. What a pity.
Hey, have you decided what to give her for Moon Prayer Night?
I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she's least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the ring and pop the question.
The surprise of her life.
Cool, I get the picture. You can spare me the gushy details. Ooh, looks like we have a... Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some Moon Prayer Night?
Huh? Is he talking to me? Can he see me?
Here you go.
Oh.
Come back anytime. Right. Now, where were we?
I don't know why, but...
The most important thing right now is to find that maid.
This name thing seems super important too, but where do we even start looking?
I'd better go pay the Fatui a visit.
Columbina?
Traveler?
Let's go! This is no time to be spacing out!
Where are they going?
So, Mr. Varka, are you acquainted with this Nicole? Or should I call her Mage?
Not really. We've never met. From what I've gathered, Alice kinda took Nicole under her wing. Taught her how to speak in a more lady...
Huh! Hard to imagine Alice.
Yeah, Alice is a larger-than-life personality, I'll give you that. But then again, that's why she's able to draw such an eclectic mix of people into her. If I remember correctly, being an interesting person is actually one of her main entry requirements. So, if you ever wanted to join the Hexenzirkel, I'm sure you'd both be eligible to apply.
Hey! Don't go around making promises on Alice's behalf!
I wouldn't dare. I'm just trying to paint a picture of the Hexenzirkel for you.
Okay, sure. Anyway, since none of us have ever met Nicole, how are we supposed to find...
Maybe something she's wearing will give...
Wait a minute! Alice never said Nicole was from Mondstadt!
Oh, true.
That would be... this young lady, then?
Hey there! Sorry to disturb you, but... Are you Miss Nicole?
Varka, Knight of Boreas of the Knights of Favonius. Alice might have mentioned me before.
Mm-mm.
Have we got the wrong person? Well, this is awkward.
When I shook my head, I meant, no, Alice hasn't mentioned you before.
Huh? Where is this voice coming from?
My apologies. For certain reasons, I am unable to speak. This is the only way I can communicate with you. It might take some getting used to, but I hope you can understand.
Hey, it's fine. I'm more shocked by the fact that Alice never speaks about me. I mean,
As for you two, we have crossed paths twice before, but it is nonetheless a pleasure to finally meet you.
It's really you! Thanks for all your guidance in the past!
You're quite welcome. This time, things are different. We have reached the unwritten pages of the story. You might say that we stand at the crossroads of fate. Now then, allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is... No, stop! Alice! I can't believe it! I had a whole speech prepared. I'd agonized over every single word. She always picks the worst moments to ruin other people's plans. I'm so sorry about that. Alice took the liberty of devising some bespoke self-introduction magic for each member of the Hexenzirkel. But I could have sworn I deleted all of the triggering conditions for it. How did it bypass everything?
This is a very different side of Nicole than what we're used to. Is she not used to face-to-face interactions? Don't worry about it. We've seen that introduction magic once already, so it wasn't too much of a shock.
Please go on, Miss Nicole. We'd love to hear what you have to say, or, well, communicate.
Huh? Are they talking to this lady?
Will you all promise to forget that horrendously embarrassing introduction?
Sorry? Embarrassing? When?
Yes, my name is Nicole, and I am one of a very few angels who have retained both their preferred form and their power. The Traveler and Paimon should be no strangers to this concept. There is another of our kind in Natlan. They call her the Lord of the Night.
Alright! Paimon remembers her!
Yes. Well, I have retained more of my power than she. It's because I don't have a long-term duty to no. We'll be here all day if I get into the specifics. Moving on. If I'm not mistaken...
That's right. Is that something you can give us any guidance on?
Yes, I do know a way. It began with the Hyperboreans, who lived after the War of Funerary Flame. Or maybe not. It shouldn't be an issue. I'll fill in the gaps for you when we have more time. Anyway, after that war ended, the three moons retreated to beyond the fault. The Hyperboreans were humans I once aided. They accepted the civilization and creations bestowed upon them by the angels. But despite accepting many blessings of the angels, many among them still, even after the War of Funerary Flame, they sought to contact the moon goddesses beyond the sky and
But all three had passed away by that point.
This mage has a unique method of communicating. Is she talking about the moons?
Yes, but they did not know. And so, still they prayed for the moon goddess's mercy. After building titanic structures that consumed vast amounts of kuvaki, but of course, they were gravely disappointed. For it was then that they...
Oh, that's such a sick...
It is. Humanity was in a very sorry state at that time. The angels who had once aided...
Just a second, I gotta ask. How relevant is all this history to the task at hand?
Well, I mean, it's... Okay, it seems we've drifted into irrelevant narrative waters. It's been a while since I've had the chance to speak inside someone's head. As soon as I got started, I lost control and the words just flowed out like a waterfall. What I'm trying to say is... Right, yes, that's it. The relevant part is the ritual created by the Hyperboreans. The fact that they bypassed the false sky and saw the true moons implies that they successfully built a connection between, which means, with enough kuvaki and a sufficiently stable connection, it should be
Okay, so they built some kind of portal?
Oh, yes.
Is something wrong?
I just didn't expect you to summarize it so well. It turns out I could have said all that in one...
No, please, it's fine. This is invaluable knowledge. I'll be sure to record and preserve everything in writing.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, I suppose I could backtrack and add some more detail.
Whoa, time out. Let's summarize what we've got first. The Hyperboreans were the last ones to use this method, right? So we somehow need to find whatever structure they built. Luckily, we have the moon marrow of both the eternal and iridescent moons, so we're all good for Kuvaki. Which means the key issue we need to focus on is finding the place. Am I right so far?
Yes. Although I expect the That said, what if we could take advantage of the phantoms to, travel back isn't quite accurate. It's more like we wouldn't even have to pick a time when it still existed. It could just be a time when it still appeared in phantom form via projection, or we could project our own phantoms. You look lost.
Yeah, things got a little, technical there.
All right. Let me think about over the next few days. I'll search for phantoms that we can use by completing certain rituals. Specific if everything checks out and it looks feasible. We'll just need to wait for Moon Prayer Night.
I think so. For now?
Yes. Basically, yes.
Great. Counting on you. In the meantime, we'll focus on finding the moon goddess's name.
My name? Are they looking for a way to stop?
Excuse me, Miss...
Go on, Miss Nicole.
This conversation was a little all over the place. I didn't catch your name.
I am Lauma, of the Frost Moon Scions.
Ah, I did wonder. I noticed that you listened very intently when I spoke about Hyperborea and the moon's history. If you'd be interested, I'd love to visit you this evening and go through it again in greater detail. Also, if you were serious about making a record, it would be too risky to simply write down the raw details as is. I would suggest some tweaks. Maybe rewrite the stories as fairy tales or fables, perhaps even prayers. Anyway, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So, see you later then? Oh, and no need to prepare anything. Just a cup of tea will do.
See ya!
She seems friendly. It's just...
It's so nice to find someone who's actually willing to listen. I've been dying for a chance to finally go through all this systematically from start to finish. Any longer and I'd probably start forgetting it.
Now Paimon gets why Alice told us to mind our heads.
Ha 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 ha, what did I tell you? A lot of quirky people in Alice's orbit. Now then, the next order of business is, where do we start looking for the moon goddess's name?
Maybe the rest of what Nicole has to say might...
Once I've heard her out, I'll summarize the salient points and share them with you all. I'm also inclined to review our other documents. But many of the more factually accurate records are from after Kutar's birth.
Sounds like we're gonna follow Columbina's journey through Devat, huh? In that case, we'll start by heading to the Frost Moon Enclave.
Sounds like a plan. Take this with you. I'll see about getting in touch with the Fatui. It'll probably just be Arlecchino and Sandroni again. They're the only ones who would want to help.
Thank you, Mr. Varka.
Don't mention it. Honestly, I'm more comfortable dealing with the Fatui than prying into the details of a young lady's childhood.
I should follow them, just in case there's some way that I can help.
A while ago, I took the time to organize all documents in our possession that...
You're saying there's unreliable material too?
Yes. Most of the information we have was transmitted through an oral tradition. There's no sense seeking answers in history unless we can ensure the veracity of the historical record.
Makes sense. Alright, refer to Kutar instead of Columbina. Although neither of those is her real name.
What we can gather from these records is that the Frost Moon Scions worshipped her as a I cannot fault them for their earnest faith, but for all their devotion, worshipping her day in, day I imagine that none of it resonated with Columbina. It wouldn't surprise me if, even back then, she had already—
Lama speaks the truth. When I heard them call upon Kutar with hope and expectation in their voices,
well, that's a bit complicated. And how realistic their portrayal of Kutar seemed to be. Amongst the Frost Moon Scions of today, only I know of her existence, and I alone have spoken to her face to face. As such, I know that there are certain— That being said, I have sensed—
Changes? Me?
Seems like this is getting us nowhere. For what it's worth.
Sure.
Exerting but a fraction of her divine might, Kutar sheared a great mass from the snow-capped mountain and cast it into the sea, upon whose surface shone the mirror image of the moon. Yeah, right. That doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The 3 moons are naught but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shone for us, and Kutar is her name.
The vast majority of ancient texts are filled— Kutar did not speak, merely gazing into the distance in silence. And where, clearly, whoever wrote this text never even met Kutar. Otherwise they'd know that her eyes are always—
What about you, Traveler? What are you reading? Come on, let Paimon see. The child wished to build a wooden nest with which to shield a fledgling bird from the cold. Kutar was passing by. Upon seeing the child, she summoned forth the Kuhenki, who built a beautiful nest for the child.
I remember that.
Not knowing the meaning of Kutar's divine intervention, the child dared not to respond, and thus Rick the Moon Chanter declared the event a miracle and took the nest as a relic, placing it on high for all to see. Yet, no further miracles were bestowed. Any thoughts after reading that? Yeah, Columbina probably just wanted to join the kid in making—
I'd originally considered this a fabrication, because Kutar did not perform any similar actions in subsequent records. But now that I think about it, it does seem like something—
She didn't know how other people would interpret her actions. She was probably worried about making things difficult for—
Yes.
Oh, that's so—
And now, I can—
Still no name. That's a bit of a shame. But we did learn some interesting stories. That's gotta count for something. Barca said he was gonna set up a meeting with Arlecchino and Sandrone, right? Let's go back to Nasha Town and see how he's doing. Let's see. There's Varka. Oh, and it's Durin and Albedo too. Yeah, this is pretty much the same place we bumped.
I convinced them to stick around a little long.
So you've been waiting for us?
Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together.
Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name. But apart from—
Aha, just as well that I didn't tag along then. I'm sure our moon goddess wouldn't want every man and his dog knowing all about her private life. Still, desperate times, desperate measures, I guess.
So, Varka was waiting on us.
Oh no, we already met with her.
We discussed that experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device.
That's right. I understand she informed you about the relationship between the phantom phenomena and Tevat's borders, yes? She said that she'll contact me through this device with more information.
Ah, I see. following instructions and making observations.
Wait, then who exactly?
Someone you know. Albedo's met him too. But I don't think Miss Lauma or the Grand Master have been.
Introductions are overrated, especially in cases like this.
It's you!
So, it's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also, I applied for leave.
I've been writing to Hat Guy since obtaining a human form. I've already brought him up to speed on everything that's been going on in Nodcroft.
Hat Guy? Turns out, I actually have heard that name before.
Oh? Then
I only knew the name, not the fella. But since we're all here, let's do some introductions for what it's worth. I'm Varka, Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions.
And I'm a Driosh from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumeru Academia. Hat Guy. Good to see you again, Mr. Guy. I believe we last saw each other on the boat ride here. Mind you, the only reason I came here is because there's someone I want to look into.
Who's that?
The Doctor, also known as Dottore, second of the Fatui Harbingers.
From the tone of your voice, it sounds like there is bad blood between you.
I was reviewing our archives and noticed that a lot of information about him was missing. Left a bad taste in my mouth. Dottore, or Zondique, as he was then known, once studied at the Academia, but he got kicked out before he could graduate.
So the Harbinger's #2 man is a college dropout? How embarrassing for them.
Last we heard, he was planning something. We actually heard that a few times before, even coming to Notcry. But we haven't seen a trace of him since we got here.
He only appears when something interests him. For all we know, but the fact he did something here at all is worth noting. It'll fill a couple extra lines in his file.
Why does it sound less like a file you're writing and more like a criminal record? Anyway, we were just about to meet 2 of the other Harbingers. Want to come along? You?
Sure.
Even though they're Harbingers, well, they're old acquaintances of ours, so, you know, when you talk to them, try to be...
I got it.
The Frost Moon Scions' relations with the Fatui remain tense. Forgive me if I do not attend.
In that case, we'll continue assisting Miss Alice.
Good stuff. Everyone's having a fruitful time. All right, we better get going. I'll lead the way.
Well, yeah, that's obviously part of it. But I'm not the only one who has a score to settle with him. Neither you, nor Lesser Lord Kusanali, nor I want to see him meddling with things again. What's the hurry? Don't worry. Pigeons always know which way home is.
You made it. Who is this?
A scholar from Sumeru. They call him Hat Guy. He's an old friend of the Travelers.
Wait, this is the Academia representative you wrote about? He doesn't exactly...
I believe this will prove my identity. You'll notice it bears the seal of the Sanctuary of Surastha.
Well, what do you know? So it does. All right then. My mistake.
It's fine. I expected as much.
What?
So as I mentioned in my letter, the Academia's got its eyes on Dottore. but this matter remains top secret. Apart from those assisting in the investigation, the fewer people who know, the better.
If anyone asks, I'm here in Nodcry to pursue my personal academic interests. Gotta say, Varka, you did pretty well to keep all this under wraps for so long.
You flatter me.
Where do I even start? Remember that time we fought Rerir at Star Sand Shoal? He sure let me have it then, didn't he? He could not care less about us if he tried, but hey! The feeling's mutual.
Does Dottore really strike you as the sort who values his relationships with his colleagues?
Fair point. Definitely not.
Which is why I always keep my guard up whenever he starts making suspicious moves. To that extent, our motivations align. On top of which, I consider you trustworthy people. Now, back on topic. In the wake of the Reikir of Solnari episode, Sandrone and I grew suspicious about Dottore's complete inaction during the entire affair. So we tried to find out what he'd been up to.
He never lets anyone in on his plans. The more he cares about something, the more secretive he gets.
Indeed. Perhaps he believes that by keeping a low profile, he can avoid trouble. But that trick isn't going to work on his colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, he's been researching the ancient moon's remnants. And he's been trying to get his paws on the moon marrows.
With this in mind, I returned to Snezhnaya and relayed my thoughts to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa.
That's pretty direct. Did the...
Yes. I made it abundantly clear that the Fatui's business in Nodcry is, accordingly, Dottore has returned at her orders.
Common sense might mean nothing to him, but he's not stupid. He knows that no smarts alone won't get him all the way. He needs the Rooster's resources and Regrator's Mora, both of which the Tsaritsa can strip from him by waggling a finger. But doesn't he have a track record of publicly following orders while going against them in private? He probably has it down to a fine art by now. Wouldn't put it past him. We worked together on a research project once. Only briefly, but it was enough to show me that we're fundamentally different people. He has no interest in doing things methodically, stage by stage. His thoughts jump all over the place, and the moment his curiosity is satisfied, or he gets the results he wants, he disappears. The only similarity we share is that, once we set our minds on doing something, we will see it done.
Oh, we definitely saw some of that in your battle with Rerir. You got so competitive.
Ugh, do not remind me.
Then I believe we all concur. Dottore will not...
Fantastic. Now this is turning into a whole day of unpleasant... Are you talking about the moon marrow stuff? He also strikes me as the kind of person to disregard experimental regulations, ruin all the equipment, and go way over budget. Then leave the first person he can find to deal with the fallout. Exactly! This one time, he was running some high-temperature experiment and the substance exploded. But that gas was poisonous! If I hadn't been there, who knows how many people might have died? And after all that, he left, while I was still cleaning up after his mess. What a waste of time, he said. Waste of time? The nerve! He wasted my time!
You've been bottling that up for a while, huh?
Hat guy, I must say, you seem awfully familiar with internal Fatui affairs.
Thank you, Lady Harbingers, for providing such valuable information. I have no other questions for now, so I'll be on my way. Wait, what? You're just gonna leave? You're welcome to join if you want.
Ugh. Just when Paimon thought he'd finally mellowed out.
He makes quite the impression.
I'll say, I've met tons of headstrong people, but not many of them would join me in bad-mouthing Dottore.
Anyway, back to the main agenda. Barca, you said that Columbina has gone missing.
Yeah. We're working on building a connection between her and this world. The simplest method is to find out her real name.
I've actually asked her that question before, but she said she didn't know. Considering our relationship, I doubt she was lying to me.
As far as I recall, she was never dispatched by Her Majesty to claim a gnosis. That Tsaritsa's plans had long contained a place specifically for her.
I always thought that was weird. What could knowing what we do now? It's probably something related to Kavaki, right?
More than likely. When she first arrived, Columbina would often go to Her Majesty and ask when she could start the task, but Her Majesty always gave the same reply. The time has not yet come. So she spent her days in Snezhnaya doing basically nothing. The Tsaritsa has summoned a beautiful blind maiden to be a harbinger, giving her the third seat by virtue only of her enchanting voice. It was a dumb and stupid rumor, but the reality of this—
And what happened after?
I imagine she stopped caring. She no longer seemed to care why she had been recruited, and Her Majesty never gave her any mission. For my part, I was busy. So busy, in fact, that watching someone be that she had long been used to a life of other people claiming she was needed.
I just felt that having a place to stay would cost me something, and so I waited quietly.
And on the other end of that spectrum, you had me. Someone once told me that I had the lousiest work. I forget who said it, but those words have always stuck with me.
But you've done your job exceptionally well all this time.
What is it? Something come to mind?
That makes sense. Nothing screams you are needed like your name shouted from across the town.
Well, good luck with it. But if you ask me, Columbina is still the most shoutable name. I'm just so used to it now, after all the arguments we've had.
Nor I.
Sandrone. Harlequino.
It's a Sealy! Does that mean Nicole has news for us?
Ladies, I thank you for your hospitality. If the chance ever comes up, I definitely owe you both a drink sometime.
I'm sure it will.
You can make your own way out. Heck, you've been here enough times, you probably know your way around better than I do.
Okay, time to do what adventurers do best. Follow that Sealy!
Here you are.
Oh, hat guy.
How come you're back so soon?
Fine. Dotori's been summoned home by the Tsaritsa. How about you? Any
Unfortunately, we've tried everything.
Abyssal monsters roaming the land. People.
Every time I see it, I can't help but think. Is this what it was like in Mondstadt when Dragonspine Durin attacked? And if I fail in the task I've been given, will I—
That's just meaningless speculation.
When we encountered similar phenomena previously, I tried. However, we could not change.
The events of the past are like fate that has been written into Irminsul. There isn't a living thing in Tevat that can escape its past.
But Miss Alice instructed us to try to find ways to change the outcome that these—
It's an impossible task. Can't you just refuse?
Since she asked us to do this, I feel like it can't truly be impossible. Or if it is, I could not have been born as Durin otherwise.
But you also said that your past 39 attempts were fruitless.
That's true.
But you're still going.
Yes.
After this many futile attempts, surely you realize that you're not doing this. It's because you want her hypothesis to come true. So, think for yourself about what you want to do.
Yeah.
Previous experience indicates that we cannot touch the phantoms, which limits the effect. If we want to clear this hurdle, we need to break this rule somehow.
Same thought here. Following the same rules.
So you mean we need to figure out...
Yes, and I suspect that something... Everything in Tevat is logged in Irminsul, but the withering that once occurred in Sumeru was a sign that the Great World Tree was being corrupted.
This corruption allowed things that should not have existed in Tevat to appear.
You're saying abyssal power might be able to...
No one's ever tried it before. If you're gonna try it, it'll...
Is anyone there? She's missing. I have to... I hear someone inside.
If I can use my abyssal powers to warn him that there is danger here...
Yes. The important thing is not the nature of the...
To intimidate and obstruct.
Let me try.
Have you seen a little girl?
What? This isn't the time for that! Just run!
I hear someone inside. Morgana? Are you in there? What is this? Looks dangerous. I should get out of here.
He really left.
Don't celebrate too soon. Follow him.
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
Help me!
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
No! There's monsters ahead! Wait, is that the barrier I saw earlier? Why is it appearing now? It's as if someone's controlling it. The monsters are gone. The barrier's gone too. How odd. Anyway, I guess I'll keep...
Quickly, let's keep up.
Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked.
We might be able to use the explosives over there, but we need...
someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked.
We might be able to use the explosives over there, but we need to take care not to hurt him. I'll use the barrier to keep him at a safe distance.
This barrier seems to be helping me somehow. Hey, wake up! Oh, good. Gotta keep moving ahead. So many monsters!
There's still a chance, Durin. Use...
This is a new development. I've never seen this happen, but we might just be able to save this person.
Hello there. Have you seen my daughter? Spargana.
Get out while you still can, you fool. You won't find...
But I can't just leave her here.
Sorry. We should...
Okay, if I do find her, I'll get her to shelter.
Don't bother.
What's that noise? Monster!
No, if he goes inside, he'll be walking into a trap.
Why? How will I know where Spargana's gone like this? You know what? I'll trust this strange barrier. It's gotten me this far after all. Hey! What? Spargana? Are you there? That's... Oh, thank you. Yes, it's one of hers for sure. That's her name on...
Durin, just like last time. Use the explosives.
It won't work. There's not enough left. If he makes it in, but then this
It might not be the only one. Better he misses that clue.
I guess so.
Stop him, Durin. We can't let him get any further in.
That's my daughter's book! She's passed this way! I've searched and searched. I no longer have anywhere.
I'm sorry. He refuses to go anywhere else. Whether he opens this door or not, all that awaits him... Albedo? Hat guy?
Why am I here? What's going on? All these scenes running through my head.
Huh?
His reactions have changed.
How many times have I... Huh?
You can see it?
I feel like I always could, but that I only just realized you were there. But you were the ones guiding me. I haven't done anything yet, but those monsters, those deaths... I won't find my daughter.
What? No.
Yes, it is.
Even so, we're trying to find a way out of this.
You've not seen my daughter either. It seems she really isn't here.
I'm sorry.
I'm just... tired. How long do I have left?
Experience says 15 to 20 minutes.
$15 to $20. Thank you for all your help. Let's rest a while. You look at...
Now's not the time for you to start pitying.
It's not pity. I'm just... You say you're from Mondstadt, yes? A place... And you're from Sumeru, where they've built an academy into a giant tree?
Yes. It seems you...
Those names are unknown to me, I'm afraid. Yes. Have you heard of Hyperborea?
I have, but...
I see. That was where my ancestors once lived. What about...
I've never heard that name.
Then what about Salvindaknir?
I have seen that name on stone tablets on Dragonspine.
I see. I'm sorry. I was the one who asked to check.
It's alright.
From how you speak of your lives...
They are. Mondstadt is a place of freedom and happiness. We have festivals a few times a year. Everyone gets together to drink, sing, and be merry.
Sumeru is a lot more uptight. Not really the kind of place where you can relax. It's a nation fraught with problems wherever you... But if all you want in life is to seek knowledge, I guess it's pretty much paradise.
That's wonderful. In other words, after this all-devouring black tide passed, humanity did not merely avoid extinction, but... I mean, I can see you all right now. That must mean the future...
That's true.
Well, time's almost up. The chances are slim, I know, but I'd like to spend these last... May we meet again. Well, or not, most probably. In that case...
He's gone. In a few minutes, he will meet... The ending of this tale did not change.
May your wishes come true. If only it were so simple.
Hat guy, could I ask you... You've never talked about your past. It seems complicated, and... Would you be willing to tell me about it? I mean, sometimes it's better to get things out in the open. Take that guy we... I know about Albedo's past. Our experiences are very similar. As for you, you're my first friend, and you've witnessed... Either way, I mean, we're still best friends. But if I knew more about you, I might understand your thoughts a bit.
I've told you about myself.
And what did you do before that?
Prepared for the entrance exam.
All right. If you really don't want to talk about it...
I was a puppet built from the branches of a white tree. using technology left behind by the Conrian schools of mechanical engineering.
A white tree? You mean an Irminsul tree?
Yes, a branch of Irminsul that was once connected to the main tree.
So you had a human creator too?
Yeah, but my creator abandoned me after deciding that I was a failure. After that, Durin, resisting the influence of the abyss, suppressing the urge to destroy, trying to do the right thing. But no matter how hard they are, trying to rewrite past wrongs is far harder. You asked me if you would create a new tragedy if you failed, but the real answer is, yes, you absolutely will.
That guy.
But at least you've got people here to help steer you away from the wrong path. So, just keep aiming towards the light.
I will.
All right, break time's over.
Hello?
Hello, friends, it's me! What have you been up to? The amplitude isn't particularly high, but they're completely different signals from the ones before.
Alice, we were unable to save that person. However, he appears to have retained a portion of the memory.
I see. Well, that is rather odd indeed. Could I trouble you to keep trying the same approach? I should probably have Nicole come and check this out.
There you are. I was worried you might stop to collect treasure chests opened by the Seelie along the way. It would have taken you so much longer to get here. I am delighted to see that you understand what takes priority, and that your adventurer's instinct has not swayed your resolve. Really, I must applaud you for it. You should know. Okay, I'll try and keep it short.
Oh, cool! Whoop. What are we?
Patience. This was a sanctuary of great importance to the Hyperboreans. A special process is required to open the...
Oh! Like the place that housed the Eternal Moon's marrow?
Okay, so what's the plan?
Alright then.
Remember what you were saying about
Fine. Simply put, we need 3 human representatives to successfully undergo a process of Kuvaki Think of it as a test from the 3 moon goddesses to see if the entrants are qualified, with the most recognized.
Pretty sure Lauma would ace that test. Oh, wait.
I also have no doubt that the Moon Chanter would be qualified. But therefore, the most feasible method is not so much to fall. I've done some research, and it turns out the mechanism is rather crude.
I'm with you so far. How do we get the Kuvaki in?
The easiest way would be transfusion.
So we're going to...
Precisely. There are other methods. Sorry? Does the idea of cheating upset you, Miss Lauma?
No, that's not it.
Oh, what is it?
It's about Moon Prayer Night. I figured out a way for Kutar to join in the festivities. But as Paimon said, we need to have our priorities straight. Let's get back to the test. I'll follow up with...
Okay. Anyway, is this really...
If you think that's dangerous, wait till you hear the other methods.
No need, we're good. Let's go with it.
Very well. Kuvaki transfusion it is. Now, it would be rash to simply infuse the Kuvaki. The symptoms are similar to another condition that some people living here suffer from, known as congenital Kuvaki sensitivity. So, before we execute our plan, once that is done, we will have to complete the resonance.
What? No!
That's some hardcore fasting. They'll all be monks by the time they're through.
3 days.
Oh, it's so long! And we still need to find 2 more of people who are not just compatible.
Fasting? What are they talking about?
Really? Don't you want to
Haha, count me in too. 3 days without food? I can handle that. Miss Nicole has made it clear that this is the easiest way. The way I see it, there's nothing else to discuss. It's...
Yeah, you're right. In that case, Paimon!
Then we'll start with you first, Traveler. How's it going? Do you feel anything? How about now? And now? What about now?
You guys, it's not a
All right, I'm officially impressed. Even as a descender, you can withstand far more than I imagined. It's like I summoned a giant stone titan to arm wrestle you, and your arm hasn't even moved an inch. In my last attempt, I infused 5 times the amount of Kuvaki required. Yes, safe to say, compatibility won't be an issue for you. You're eligible to join. You're next, Mr. Varka.
Sure, here goes nothing.
All right, I'll start where we left off. 5 times the required Kuvaki dose.
Whoa, 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 hey, wait a minute. No, not great. I kind of want to puke. Feels like I've been drinking too much. A few bottles of wine, then a big stein of Dark Horse, with some hard liquor from Liyue mixed in. You think this is funny? I just lost to a young lady in an arm wrestling contest. I'm never gonna live that down.
My apologies. I'll lower the concentration and try again.
Oh.
How's it going now?
I'm not as dizzy as last time, but I can still feel it pulsing.
In that case, you wouldn't be an ideal
Okay, let's go ask some of our other friends.
No surprises here, Miss Moonchanter.
I'm getting a slight headache.
Shame. You were Whoa! Time itching all over! Allergic reaction. We can't have that.
Well, are you gonna start or what?
The Hexen Circle is an organization that cares for and protects children. We will not have them do dangerous things.
Is something the matter?
The candidates have to be human.
I guess that rules me out too.
Huh. Everyone except the Moonchanter got beaten. Guess I don't need to
Perhaps I could ask for volunteers among the Frost Moon.
I'll see about talking to some trusted Lightkeeper colleagues. Itlua springs to mind. In fact, I think we had some former Frost Moon scions join our ranks recently.
Can you give me the scientific explanation for how the test works? I can probably make some kind of test bot. Then we can just zip through Nasha Town, going up.
No.
Wow! No elaboration for once.
How about I contact the Knights of Favonia's garrison in the Wave Chaser plane? Shame that Lohan's already left. That guy's even tougher than I am.
Strange. The moon goddess is clearly revered by men.
She mentioned that the world has rejected her from the very beginning.
And when we fought the Reikir of Solnari, it seemed like she exhausted her power.
Also, Paimon's not sure revered is the right word.
Gratitude, certainly. For my part, anyway.
It's basic reciprocity. She helped us.
Yeah, even though she looked like she didn't care.
A review of the relevant data leads me to conclude that Miss Con—
Yep, you bet!
They really think so?
I'm super surprised that Columbina isn't her actual name, though. I think it really suits her. It's light and graceful and...
I know, right?
Unfortunately, that's not our decision to make.
Columbina. That was the code name the Fatui gave me. But it also— But is there anyone left who will still call me by that name?
Moon Prayer Night is getting closer by the...
Then allow me to try.
Huh?
You contacted your friends via the Adventurers Guild. Sandrone has been... Since I have the ability to accomplish...
Arlecchino.
When can we begin?
I see. We can begin right away. How was it?
Not at all.
Then it seems we shan't need to look for additional candidates.
Great! Cool. Alright, like Paimon said, the rest of us can take—
Then, my job is to take care of the caretakers. I will ensure everyone receives food.
I'm ready as well.
The work is done. The sacred scroll shut. The stars grow dim, the people silent. The white sun sets, the silver moon rises. O path to the temple, appear now before us.
So that's what all this is about. They've been trying to open this gate.
Come, let us enter.
It might be best to eat something first. Take care to
They will head in soon. They will need to enter this gate. Huh? I cannot pass